after the first album, the band well broke up.
Yes.
Now you have well after the third album, well you had to start over again with a new label. What does this tell you about well the Veils?
That we're a constant mess, and that I think we've just come to embrace it as time's gone on, and you know, none of these decisions are made lightly, and they're all I don't know, I'm always amazed how kind of smooth a lot of other bands' kind of progressions are. It just seems very easy for other people. For us, it's always been chaos, and we're always teetering on the edge of kind of imploding, or it's a messy business, this, I think, and I think it should be. Personally, I enjoy a bit of mess and chaos and things. I think I don't like things to be too polished. And
why not?
I think it makes you have to fight for things more. The more precariously balanced something is, I think often the more exciting it is too. And I think you get too kind of you get too used to just going through the motions with this and feeling like, you know, ultimately all that's important is that you have a career in music, rather than the fact that what you make might be quite kind of average, because you're so obsessed with moving on to the next thing and, you know, making a bit of money. And, you know, I think, you know, that first record was doing very well, and I think, you know, everyone wanted us to keep going, even though, you know, I was very unhappy with the line-up then, and, you know, the way things were going. And so, you know, it set us back years doing that. We built up this thing, and then, you know, and waited for years for the record to come out, and then the record came out, and 2 weeks later it split up. You know, these things are messy, but then it led to Nux doing that. And yeah, I think all that matters is you're making the things you need to be making, and you know, money and all those other things really shouldn't be a concern at all, I don't think.
Do you need it also to, well, be more creative, to create stuff you like most, if you're living on the edge? I mean, with the band, and do you also need it to be really creative? Sort of chaos and...
I think it's... no, I think it's just a byproduct of how we operate, really, I think. Yeah, I mean, and, you know, it's... the ways in which the band was chaotic in the past is now, we're not so much now. I think, you know, the band's really strong and the lineup's really strong, and it's, I think we're playing the best we ever have. But I think, you know, I don't think making a fifth record is in any way a given, and I think you have to make sure you've got songs that are worth the trouble and worth everyone else's trouble, and then, you know, then you make one. But yeah, each one step at a time, and yeah, it's good. Bob Dylan quote: "I've embraced the chaos. I'm just not sure the chaos has embraced me." I think that's kind of the case.
Who said this?
I think it was in the liner notes to, like, Subterranean Homesick Blues, Dylan.
Yeah.
I don't know, I think it was that one. Okay. It's a good line.
Yeah. Well, you were saying time stays we go. Did you have this line before you started writing songs for the album?
No, I think I'd already written some, and yeah, been floating around in there for a little while now.
What was the first song you wrote for this album?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Or is certain for you, because sometimes people say, well, when you write an album, there are certain, well, key songs on the album. Does it also work for you too?
Yeah, I think there's some that are really, yeah, some that stick in your mind more than others, I suppose, the way they came about, or, yeah.
Can you name me one?
Yeah, well, I think Birds I was really happy with, and I really it was a song I'd been, I think, trying to write for quite a long time. Yeah, I was really happy with how that one turned out.
And how come it worked once you finished it? Because you were saying you had to write it, you tried to write it for a long time.
Yeah, well, like not that specific song, but I'd been, you know, it was a story that I'd had in my head for a while. Yeah, and yeah. Oh, the whole record, you know, it's kind of I'm just so grateful that it's managed to see the light of day. I think there was so much, there was such a, all the songs feel very important to me, I think, because we had to fight for them so much with this record just to be heard, and so, you know, they all feel very special to me, more so than on other records where, you know, I certainly have some favourites and things, and with this one I feel very, very strongly about it.